What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another New Comic Book Day haul. I'm your host, AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 books for New Comic Book Day, July 7th, 2021. We had some awesome issues come out this week. DC's got another nice house on the lake, AWA had a brand new series, and there were so many other good ones. But before I get started off on my top 10 list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that'll keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's top 10. So I hope you all had a fantastic New Comic Book Day this week and you enjoyed all of the books you've read so far. This was such an incredible week for new comics. I feel so spoiled being able to read some of these books. The stories that the writers are trying to tell us and the artwork that's being presented in front of us. It's just such a great time to be a comic book fan. Now, as far as this week's top 10 list goes, I did pick up 12 different issues. One of them is just an extra printing though, so obviously I won't be going over that one. And as always, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but you guys already know, sometimes spoilers do happen. I feel like I do a pretty good job letting you know that it's about to happen though, but just be aware of that. So this first one, this is the one that is just the extra printing, but as soon as I saw it, I had to get it. We've got Stray Dogs, issue number 2. This is the third print, but it's the Evil Dead homage variant. I love the Evil Dead series. I know I talked about it with Stray Dogs, issue number 5, the cover B, the Friday the 13th variant. That's a series I grew up on, and just like Friday the 13th, I grew up on Evil Dead. It's just a part of my childhood that I love so much. So getting this one out of the way, this is the one that did not make the cut. I thought it was okay. I had a tough time between picking this one and the one that came in 10th place, but we've got Marvel's new one, Extreme Carnage, Alpha, issue number 1. This is cover A, and I don't know, it's not that the story was bad, the artwork wasn't bad either, but it just felt so played out. It feels like something that was predictable. I've read this before. It's just now Flash Thompson is the main character. It's like we have Flash Thompson, and oh, Carnage is back again, and he's more powerful than ever. I've read it before. I didn't really go into it with high expectations. It was cool at some times though, but I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with this one. But now let's start with the real top 10 list. Alright, so to kick this list off this week, we've got coming in at number 10, this is DC's Wonder Girl, issue number 2, this is cover A, and after a few weeks of pushbacks, the issue finally came out. I was really looking forward to this one. I really enjoyed that first issue, but this one, I don't know, I really wasn't that big of a fan of it. The artwork, still beautifully well done. I love the artwork, they do a great job with the details, but the story itself, it feels like it's all over the place. I thought they did a great job with the first issue. They kind of let us know what was really going on and that everyone was after Yara. This one we see that a lot more, but the beginning, I'm not going to spoil it, but the whole thing with like the mermaid, I think they also call them a siren, not really completely understanding the purpose of that because it didn't really have an effect on the rest of the issue. And then we got into a little bit of story, a little bit of action, and to me, it just feels like the story is all over the place. I kind of wish they would just focus on one thing, maybe two things before they start moving on to other stuff. So for those reasons, this is coming in at number 10 this week. I am still going to get issue number 3, but if it kind of continues on with this pace where it's a little scattered, I'm not sure I'm going to be continuing on with this series. Next up, we've got coming in at number 9 this week, this is Images. Firepower, issue number 13. This is cover A and the start of a brand new arc. I talk about it all the time in my previews videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to be continuing on with this one, and I feel like I get them every single time. I liked how the last arc ended. I thought it was a very well done issue, so I thought, you know what, we're going to see what this one's all about, and it kind of did exactly what I always say. The pacing, extremely slow. In this issue, all the characters are basically dealing with the aftermath of what happened from that big, massive battle. We get to see Owen, his family, Wei Lung. I'm not sure what Owen's old girlfriend's name was or the guy that's locked in the prison, but we basically got to see what they're all up to and just how things are going since everything happened. The cool thing we got to see was the family though. They're kind of all feeling a little badass after what happened with the big battle, going back into the civilian world. You get to see them kind of practicing their martial arts, doing some things that they probably shouldn't be doing. I thought overall it was a cool issue. I think I am going to be continuing on with this series though. I want to see how the rest of this arc plays out, but for those reasons, we've got Firepower, issue number 13, coming in at number 9. And now we've got coming in at number 8 this week, this is Marvel's The Immortal Hulk, issue number 48. This is cover A, and I think they did a fantastic job with this issue. As always, the artwork is incredible. Alex Ross does a phenomenal job with all of these covers, and it was very slow-paced this issue. I don't think there was any action in this one, but it was just a ton of dialogue, a ton of plot progression, and it really helped the story kind of finish out because I think we only have 2 more issues left, and this one kind of set us up for the ending. So what made this issue so good was Hulk, also Joe Fixer right now, and Betty's dialogue. We got to see them go back and forth the whole time, kind of talking about their relationship over the years. I really like that. We got to see Hulk questioning himself, saying he wants to be a better person. We got to see some other characters talk as well. Nothing really too important. Something with the Avengers are going on right now that they didn't really hit too hard, but I'm excited to see where they go with that. But with this one, like I was saying, it actually does set the ending up pretty well. I'm really excited to see what the Hulk does. They finally brought Samuel Stearns' name at least back into it. And now the Hulk, this is going to be a spoiler. He's going back. He's going to try to save Bruce Banner. And I'm really looking forward to the next couple issues now. So for those reasons, we have the Immortal Hulk, issue number 48, coming in at number 8. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 7. This is Image's brand new one, Skybound X, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this is one that I was really looking forward to. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. I thought this was a really cool concept. I'm not really sure how I felt about the entire story as a whole now. The artwork, very well done. This story is actually 4 short stories. We've got Rick Grimes 2000, and then there's a Manifest Destiny, an Ultra Mega story, and then Clementine. If you ever played the Walking Dead games, the Telltale ones, her character, I believe that's actually the first time she's ever been in a comic book, so for you speculators, check this one out. But as far as the overall story went, the Rick Grimes 2000, it's definitely very weird. If you're a major Walking Dead fan, you might not like it too much. Set kind of in the future. They bring aliens into it. It was all right. Manifest Destiny one, I'm not reading that series at all, so I'm going to be honest, I skipped over that one. The Ultra Mega one was okay too. All these stories were just a couple pages. I really liked the Clementine one, but it didn't really do anything. It just showed her as a character, and then it said Clementine will be back, I believe, summer of 2022. So overall, I think it is actually skippable. It just really was okay. I'm probably going to get the second one just to see where they go with it. But all these stories were just a couple pages long. It was only a $5 price tag, so that's definitely not that bad. I wish they kind of cut down on some of the other short stories. They made these ones a little bit longer. Then I probably would have liked it more. But for those reasons, we have Skybound X issue number 1 coming in at number 7. Next up, we've got coming in at number 6 this week. This is Image's brand new one, Ordinary Gods, issue number 1. This is cover A, and I'm so happy I was able to find a copy this week. I didn't pre-order it. I didn't think I was going to be able to grab it, but here it is. Kyle Higgins is on it too. He's been killing it on everything he's writing right now. So with this issue, I really love the artwork. I thought it was fantastic. The story itself, I was very confused through most of it. They did a phenomenal job setting it up, though. I didn't realize the importance of the beginning story until the very end. I don't really want to get too much into it for that reason. We get to see some modern day stuff, some stuff from the past, and it's all going together. It's very hand in hand with each other. And I want to talk about this one a little bit more down low, because really anything that I talk about, I think is going to spoil the ending. And this is just one that I think you guys need to read for yourselves. They did a great job setting up this story, but for those reasons, we have Ordinary Gods, issue number 1, coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We have coming in at number 5 this week. This is Images, Geiger, issue number 4. This is cover A, and they continue to kill it on this series. I am loving Geiger so much. This is a must read from Image right now. So with this issue, this one definitely gave me a Mad Max vibe. I talked about the other issues where it reminded me more of Fallout. We've got the glowing man. He's just kind of wandering through the wasteland. With this one, though, there's a particular action fight scene that reminded me of the Mad Max movie, and I just thought it was so cool. If you read the issue, you saw the movie, you're going to know what I'm talking about. The rest of the issue, thought it was incredible as well. We got a little bit of backstory on the main character, how he kind of became the glowing man, and then we got to see the king as well. And he kind of brought up what that football was from the first issue and the importance of it. Not going to be spoiling what that is, but definitely give this series a read if you can. And the other really cool thing that I'm loving about it is this artwork. It is just so outstanding to me. But for those reasons, we've got Geiger, issue number 4, coming in at number 5. Next up, we've got coming in at number 4 this week. This is AWA's brand new one, Fight Girls, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this was such an incredible read. I love the story, I love the artwork, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I went into it with no expectations. The only thing I actually knew about it was that we have these different women who are going to be competing in challenges. What for? I had no idea. But man, this story started off strong, and it just kept getting better and better. So with this one, we have these 10 women. They're competing in different challenges, and I'm assuming each issue is going to be its own challenge because this one focused on one solo one. But then whoever wins all of these challenges becomes the queen of their empire. So from there, it kind of gives me a little Hunger Games, Maze Runner type vibe, something like that. But man, the world that they get sent to hasn't been seen by man in like 1,000 years. There's creatures on it, dinosaurs, and all these other cool things. I don't want to keep spoiling it. Definitely give this one a shot. This is one of my favorite ones so far from AWA Upshot. So for those reasons, we have Fight Girls issue number 1 coming in at number 4. Next up, we've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is DC's The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 2. This is cover A, and I love the story that James Tynion is telling with this one. I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit on the slower side. I really didn't expect a lot of action with this, but man, he is just doing a phenomenal job with this one so far. This one picks up pretty much right where the last one left off. All the characters are still just trying to figure out what is really going on. Are they the last survivors? Is the world really ended? And they're still on the internet just rewatching everything that's going on. They're just trying to basically reel it all in and figure it all out. And then from there, they're basically trying to figure out their purpose. What's going on in this house? What's all in this house? And that's kind of the entire issue. Definitely a little bit on the slower side. If you're looking for action, you're not going to be getting it with this one, but definitely give this series a read. James Tynion is killing it on everything that he's writing, and this is no different. So for those reasons, we have The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 2, coming in at number 3. And here we go. We are down to the top 2 issues of the week. We have coming in at number 2 this week. This is Boom Studios' Basilisk, issue number 2. This is cover A, and this was the issue I was hoping for. The first issue I talked about. The artwork, incredible. The story itself, very mysterious. We didn't really know anything that was going on. We didn't know who these characters were, the other group of people, and this one, it was everything. We got to learn the characters, their names, the purpose, and pretty much exactly where this story was going. It was crazy though. You definitely need to give this one a shot. The artwork just above and beyond with this. Colin Bunn's storytelling is phenomenal as well. And I absolutely love the direction that he's going with this story. Boom Studios has a massive hit on their hands with this one. So we've got coming in at number 2, Basilisk, issue number 2. And this is it, my top read of the week. We have coming in at number 1 this week. This is Images, Nocterra, issue number 5. This is cover A, and this series continues to kill it. I love every one of these issues. They continue to get better and better every single time they release one, and I'm pretty sure it's been my number 1 choice on almost all of these top 10 videos. I always make the comparison to Gears of War, the video game from back in the day. Someone in the comment section said it reminds them of Pitch Black, the Vin Diesel movie, and that's seriously pretty on point. With this issue, they finally reached where they had to go, and I thought to myself as I was reading it, is this kind of how they're ending it? I don't really know where they can go with this. They found exactly what they had to do. I'm not going to spoil what happened there, but then they brought some other twists into it. This series is just going to take off, even though I thought it's been taking off. You need to check this one out. They've got extra printings of all the back issues. There's no reason you should not be reading this one. So for those reasons, we have Nocterra, issue number 5, coming in at number 1. So what do you guys think about this week's new comic book day? Such an incredible week for books. Nocterra, issue number 5, hands down my top read of the week, but there were so many other good ones as well. Let me know down below in the comment section what your top read of the week was, and thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.